Do I want to do the Paralympics? Has it helped me figure out what sports I want to do? If you want to learn how to start a Paralympic sport and potentially go to the Paralympics, then this video is for you. So last week I went to Sheffield to do a Paralympic Potential Day, and you might be thinking, what is that? So it's a day that the Paralympics committee put on for you to go and try various sports, from kayaking to canoeing to badminton, wheelchair basketball, and you can meet the Paralympic coaches and lots of other Paralympians. It was such an exciting day, and you're about to see what happened. But very quickly, why I'm sharing this and why it's important to me. When I was 20 years old, 7 years ago, I had an accident, nearly died, and lost my leg. And during that time, the only thing that I could really think about that, I can do now that I couldn't do before was the Paralympics. And it gave me such hope. So from that moment, I thought I want to go to the Paralympics. But I struggled big time because I had no idea where to go, where to look, how to start, and I researched for ages and there wasn't much online. So I eventually just got a local running coach and I wanted to do 100 meters sprints, and I did it for 2 years. But then I stopped because I just wasn't really getting anywhere, and I thought that I fell out of love with it. Now, it's been 4 years since then, and I've realised that it wasn't that I was falling out of love with it, it was the fact that I just don't think I had the right support. So when I was reporting for the Paralympics for Channel 4 this year, mental, I know, so grateful. But when I was there, I was so inspired by the athletes, and I met somebody from the Paralympics committee, and they told me about this Paralympics Potential Day. In all the 7 years of being disabled, I had never heard of this day before. So you bet, when I was told about it, I thought I'm absolutely going to go. After that, if you like the sport and you're training well, you can actually be put onto the Paralympics pathway. So you are supported in the best way possible to get to the Paralympics. Mega. It's interesting. I definitely still have that itch that I want to scratch regarding doing a Paralympic sport. However, with my current lifestyle and job, that would mean I'd have to sacrifice a lot, and I'm not sure that I'm prepared to do that. It's tough because I really want to do it all. I do wonder, if I attended this day about 4 years ago, would my Paralympic dream have come true? I don't know. I can't really think about that and dwell on it because it's just not healthy. But what I can do is throw myself into these sports at the Paralympic Potential Day, as well as tell you. So if you're interested in the Paralympics, then you can go to one of these days too. All links and emails will be in the description, so you can go check them out. Not an ad, just here to help you achieve your dream and do the country proud. So I reported on badminton for the first 2 days of the Paralympics.
My name's Krysten Coombs. I'm a para-badminton player. I went to Tokyo Paralympics and Paris 2024.
So I also interviewed Krysten at the Paralympics, and that was the first time that I met him. And honestly, watching on the sidelines, I mean, I couldn't be too loud, but I was absolutely buzzing because it was incredible to watch you.
I actually got to play badminton with Krysten Coombs, who won silver for GB in Paris. And let's just say that I am not very good.
Oh no! No! Oh, Millie, I was so close. I'll tell you what, you're really good.
So I loved badminton, but I'm not sure that badminton loved me. After that, we were treated to a lovely Q&A session with Krysten Coombs again and Dan Powell, who won silver in judo at the Paris Paralympics. It was so special to hear from them and hear about their journey to the Paralympics, what motivates them, how they recover with injuries, how they stay motivated. And something that I really noticed was everybody was so engaged. Everybody that came along was just so happy and grateful that the day even existed. It's very rare that you see disabled people in one big room together. Normally you feel quite alone in the fact that you're not sure there are other people like you, or you struggle to feel accepted. And being in a room with other people who are just like you, in a positive room as well, where you're being celebrated and uplifted, things are accessible and you can give things a go, is so priceless. But it was just so special. And even if you're not keen on doing the Paralympics, I recommend you going, giving it a go, and just having fun and meeting people. It was a wonderful, wonderful day out. Anyway, next up, I got to try wheelchair basketball. Now, one of the biggest regrets in my entire life was the fact that 2 years after my accident, I was in LA, I walked past this wheelchair basketball competition that was going on, and it looked so much fun. I love netball, so I like basketball too. They're kind of similar. And somebody offered me, do I want to play? And I got too scared and I said no. Now that has been the biggest regret because I just wish that I had done it. So the fact that I got to try wheelchair basketball on this day, I was so blooming excited. So there was a group of us and we got into the chairs, strapped in. I'd never been in this sort of wheelchair before. I have only ever gone in like a day-to-day wheelchair. So this one is different because it kind of curves in. And oh my God, it was mental because when you push yourself along, That feels the same as a normal wheelchair, but when you go to spin, you literally spin on the spot really fast. I'm just a lady that likes to do everything fast. So the fact that I was just spinning around on the spot, I was freaking loving it. And then we're learning to do different drills and bouncing the ball whilst traveling. Because of the wheelchair being quite wide, you had to really extend your arms to bounce the ball, which it makes sense, but I kind of didn't expect it. Being in wheelchair basketball really took me back to when I was at school, because the lovely teacher was telling us what to do, but in my classic Millie ADHD mind, I was already 10 steps ahead trying to do lots of different things. And he actually came to me at the end and he said, Millie, have you considered doing wheelchair basketball? I think you should give it a go. Where are you based? Because I think he saw the natural talent in me, to be honest. Wheelchair basketball, I freaking loved it, and I'm naturally very good at it. I'm not sure if I will continue on with it or not. I don't know, I really don't know. But anyway, I actually got to meet a few people who had recently lost their legs, so that was really lovely to have a chat with them, and they said that my content helps, which honestly makes me so freaking happy, because that is the whole reason I'm doing this thing. The fact that I get to meet some of you in real life is just the best feeling in the world. So I absolutely love it when you come over to me. Thank you so freaking much. And it just made that whole experience even better. So absolutely loved wheelchair basketball. I then ventured into the next hall and I was walking past. I kind of did a double take and I was like, what is that? So that was kayaking. I have not really seen this machine set up like this before, and I had no idea how to do it. I wasn't sure. It took me a while to figure out how to move my arms, and then once I got it, I went for it. I'm unbelievably competitive with myself, and when they said that there was a challenge going on to get the record, you best believe I was already involved wanting to get that record, and I was feeling very happy and excited to partake in this, considering it's really not like anything I've ever done before. And I gave it a go, and I got so competitive that I actually ended up hitting myself on the head. I was actually on track to winning the record against all the men and women of that day, so I'm thinking, oh, maybe kayaking is the one for me. Not really sure, but it was a lot of fun, and the girls there that were the coaches helping me learn how to do it was so lovely, and I just loved that. Then I went to go and see my lovely friend Connor, who is the Paralympic coach for powerlifting. So what it is bench press, and there was a queue for so long with powerlifting. At first with powerlifting though, my form was not on point, and with a few adjustments that Connor suggested, instantly it was 10 times better, and that meant that I was able to load more and lift heavier weights. What's interesting though with the bench press is because it's a para bench press, the bench is completely different, and also you can't use your legs. So I found that I kept wanting to bend my knees and push my feet into the floor, but no, you have to have them shut down completely flat, which makes it harder. So mentally I struggled with that, and that's something that I'd have to get used to with time. But it felt so empowering to push myself, push my limits and see what I was capable of. But unfortunately after that, I did not have much time left because I was in a rush. So I couldn't try a load of the other sports, which were, boccia. That I would love to try boccia. Not like any other sport I've ever done in my life. There was wheelchair rugby, wheelchair tennis, triathlon, cycling. There were loads more, but because I didn't get to try those, I went to the people at the stands who are the coaches and asked for leaflets, gathered all the information, and they've actually invited me down to go and try these sports. So I'll probably do a few YouTube videos of certain sports more in depth to help you figure out if this is something you want to do, as well as give you all the contacts that you need to do these sports. But I absolutely loved everybody that I met, all the sports that I tried, but I did have a favourite. Oh, I don't know, I have a two favourite. Oh, I don't know. Three out of, process of elimination. I definitely don't think badminton's my thing. So that one's out. I loved wheelchair basketball. I was very good at it. I loved kayaking because it was different for me, and I was also very good at it. I love my upper body strength. You can't see the guns popping through this top, but good upper body strength. And then powerlifting, I just love powerlifting generally, so I really enjoyed that. Regarding the situation of do I want to do the Paralympics or have my life as it is, I'm trying to see if I can do both, I'm trying to see if I can start training for a sport just for enjoyment purposes, see if I love it, continue doing it, and then see if I'm good enough. And if I am good enough, then great, I can really go full in and go to the Paralympics. I don't need to make this a huge big thing of, oh my god, I have to decide the sport and I have to go to the Paralympics. I think sport is also just to be enjoyed, not just to go and compete. So as long as I enjoy the sport, love it, and it's something that I want to continue to pursue, I think maybe at that point then it would be like, right, I do want to sacrifice my life for it because I love it that much, and I really think I could get somewhere. So for now, I think I'm on the right track, just trialing the sports that I want to trial, see what I like, have fun, enjoy it, document it, hopefully help you along the way, see if it's all possible for me or not. And if it isn't, it isn't. And if it is, then great. I don't need to put pressure on it because I'm a lady that likes to achieve a lot and put pressure on myself. I've decided to not do that. So that is my conclusion. Had a fantastic day. I loved it so much. I think it's incredible for any disabled person to go along and give it a go because it's just wonderful to meet other like-minded people that understand you and help you feel like you belong whilst having fun. It was just the most incredible day, and who knows, I might meet you at the next one. If you're interested in coming to the upcoming events, remember the link and the email information you need is in my bio in the description. I hope you've liked watching this video and found it helpful, informative, entertaining. You know what to do. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Mwah!